Okay, this is looking at the Strikers game. We're going to talk about some other things. This is our opponent on Saturday morning. This is late in the game. This is in the second half. And we have some fairly significant problems here. They're attacking. They have 5 players attacking. We have 3 players defending. My winger is not back. My winger on the other side is not back. This is one of our defensive mids. This is our other defensive mid. And we're watching them attack our goal. Our defensive mids should be here and here. This is our center back. Probably needs to move over to be in a position to deny a pass here. I mean, this is a fantastic lane for them. You can see they have route 1 sort of open, available, and begging for a pass. So this is a defensive breakdown. This is we're getting tired and we're not doing what we need to do here, and we just can't defend like that. My 2 defensive midfielders have to play defense. We're way up the pitch. We're watching what's happening. It's a team sport, guys, and we can't leave it to the defense and say, I hope they make it through this withering challenge here. So we need to do better in times like that. All right, so Darshan collects the ball, and we can see Cabell is racing to get into his position. We can see Asa is at least backing up with his face. He's actually facing the goalkeeper. David here is just walking. He should be getting wide in this space. Braden's walking. I think Braden was on an injury here. Mateo was playing left back, and we can see him running out to get in this position. We end up just kicking the ball, and we kick the ball from our own goal box, or just outside our own goal box. The thing that I would point you to is, again, we have route 1 open. Route 1 is if we're going to attack right down the middle of the field. We end up kicking this ball. It gets a lot of height, which means it has a lot of time, which means they get a lot of time to react to it. But if we see where this is going, this is when Ryan was playing striker. If we look at this, if we just roll a ball through the center of the field, Angel actually has time and space to get on that ball if it has enough pace on it. So this is a consistent thing with this team, that they leave us the middle of the pitch to attack through, and we should be looking to do that. We can see where we end up here. David is almost at the top of the box with a defender right next to him. You're not an option when you're at the top of the box with standing next to a defender. So we can see Asa here is in space. So he's actually an option there. This player has just moved off, isn't marking him at all. We need to do a better job of finding players who are in space when we're playing out of the back. This is another thing that if we fix this, we stand a much better chance on Saturday. We need to not clump up too. Cabell's getting sort of drawn in. There's no width. You're not providing width in this scenario. You've sort of dropped in. Ball comes through. Ryan's gonna get in it, but where is Cabell going? He's going towards the ball. I don't know if that touch isn't going to be held, but now we're in each other's way, and we shouldn't really, in a position like this, ever have 2 players standing next to each other. This is bunch ball. This is we're playing at a higher level than this. We shouldn't have 2 players next to the ball. And in this situation, this isn't Ryan doing this. This is Cabell. Cabell's dropping in. I know, Cabell, you want to be on the ball, but we can't have you crowding out another player on our team. We need you over here. If Ryan were able to hold on to possession and you're in this space, you have the whole flank. You're going to be one-on-one with the keeper. But instead, we end up sort of running into each other, and we don't hold on to the ball here. So, that's not what we want to do. Let's look at a good old throw in here. Mateo has it. Mateo's going to try to get it to Cabell. We once again overestimate how far we're going to get this. It goes to the other player, but Asa holds on to possession. The thing that we need to start remembering is that we have the thrower. The thrower is an option. If we just turn around and put it back to Mateo, we probably hold on to this at least for another pass. But we're trying to beat someone here in this position, and we end up just losing the ball. So remember, the thrower is an option, and we need more options. If we go back to that, I'm sure that we have an outlet here. Braden, you probably need to move further away from the defenders so that you have time and space to actually control that ball and make a decision. But that's, move over here. We have two players on a line here. Asa could probably move over here more. Just, we need to do a better job of providing 3 options on every throw. Again, on distribution, look where Darshan's making this throw from. He's making it from his own goal box. He has all of this space that he can run up to use, and we should be using it. So every time we're picking up the ball in front of our own goal, we don't need to distribute, especially on a throw from our own goal box. Come all the way up to the top of the penalty box. Again, you can see the only person who is occupying the center of the field in Route 1 is the referee. We have a center mid here. We might be able to get this ball. In the end, we end up trying to get it to Yassine, and we overestimate how far we're going to be able to get this ball out, and we don't. Our defensive line isn't moving as snappy as I would want to get into the positions to provide support. So it has to be sort of automatic as soon as we turn over the ball, or not as soon as we turn over the ball, as soon as we recover the ball, as soon as the keeper has the ball, we're sort of running into the positions that we need to be. And it was hot, and that I'm sure played a role. But we need to do a better job of getting into position, because it's the position that gives us the opportunity. If we're not in those positions, then strangely enough, we don't get those opportunities. We can see this just doesn't get to Yassine. And again, look at this. Route 1 is open. If we're sprinting to the top of the box, we can roll that ball out to I think this is Angel, and Angel can get in the attack. This is our other defensive mid, who's really out wide, but I mean, in this case, it means that this space is open. But we need to look at this against Mustang on Saturday. Let's look for Route 1. They've left it open almost every time. This is pretty typical of their corners. You can see they have one player up here. We're not marking this player. He's a big kid too. So we're not marking him, and he makes this run. We get close to him, but then we don't stay with him. We're watching with the ball. We're not watching the player. We're near him, but no one's really taking him as a responsibility. He's a dangerous player, and that ball almost comes to him. We end up cutting it out, but they start high and they attack in, and we aren't doing a great job of sticking with the players as they're coming into the box. So that's something that's pretty consistent that I've seen on several of their corners. They had a lot of corners in this game too. So here we're doing this again, where we're coming in, everyone's sort of collapsing on the ball. So Cabell, look how close you are to the striker. This is where we want you, right? You're a winger here. You need to provide width, and you're sort of collapsing into the middle. I think you're doing that because you want to try to collect the ball there, but and you do end up getting the ball, but we're too close. Like, if you're over here and we pass back to Asa and find you, you're in on goal. So let's not collapse on the ball. Let's use our teammates to pass around the pressure. And looking back at this game, I think this is a beatable team for us. And if we come out and execute our plan, we should be looking good. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'll see you at practice and on the field.